Welcome to March. Is it the 12th? And I haven't filmed a single thing. Yes. Actually, I did film once when I was organizing and getting rid of my stuff. Because I think I'm moving. I hope I am, because I gave my 2 months notice. So I really hope I find a place. But they know that I look like shit. But yeah, I was gonna film that, and then I was so like locked in, and I didn't want to have to worry about moving the camera and worry about if you were able to see what I was doing. So I only filmed when I was done organizing each thing, and I realized that was probably gonna be boring. So I'm not gonna add that, but that's what I've done. Pretty much all month is work and manically stress clean. You're gonna get this terrible angle of me, but I no longer have 2 days off. I swap shifts because I'm a good person, but also because I swapped my Thursday shift, so that means I'll have Friday, Saturday off. And that's what I'm holding on to right now, because I indeed will be working 5 days in a row. I'm regretting my decisions, but I just gotta keep reminding myself 3 days off next week. 3 days off. I think this is gonna be a yappy vlog this month because I'm actually doing nothing except working and stressing and contemplating. So tell me why it's so difficult to find an apartment, because now everyone that I've messaged on Facebook Marketplace, they all require me to have 2 other roommates, or like roommates to already be moving in with. Bitch, it's not my fault I don't have other people to move in with yet. Isn't it your job to find tenants, not me? Why am I doing your job? Like, yeah, I can pick people and like make sure I like them, but I've already found several places I like and I can move into. The only thing that's holding me back is the fact that I can't find people to live with. That's not my fault. Also, it's not rented by room. It's rented by the entire unit, which is why I have to find 2 other people. Okay, it's the 20th, but when I tell you yesterday, the 19th, obviously, my favorite yesterday was a prank. It wasn't real. I'm convinced it was a prank, because the world was really testing me. I don't know what the universe was on yesterday. I'm gonna try to explain this as quick as possible. First of all, I had to get a bird out of my work because it flew in. Luckily, I grew up with getting bats in my house, so I was able to get it out pretty fast, and it was, I don't know, I knew what to do. Second thing that happened yesterday was a lady comes in and she wants to use a coupon, and I didn't realize that it was expired. That one, that's on me. But when I tell her it's expired, when I go to check her out, the food has been made already, and so she's bitching and moaning how I said yes, and how she wants plates, like something happened because I said yes to her initially. So I'm like, I don't have the button to process the coupon. Let me talk to my manager. Manager says the same thing, being like, I can't process this because it's expired. She's going on about how I lied and said she could use it, and my manager was like, did you say yes? I said yes initially. I said yes, and then I realized it was expired. She's like, well, she lied. I think you need to accommodate it somehow because she said yes, and my food's getting cold, and I'm missing the movie. And they're going back and forth. She's just saying the same thing. She's relaying the same thing back to her because there's no other response she can get. She looks at me and I go, and she asks, like, did you say yes? I said yes initially. When I took the order, I said yes. And she's like, see, it's her fault. She lied. And I'm like, girl, just shut the fuck up. A few more minutes, go back and forth, they're going back and forth. She looks at me again and she asks again, did you say yes? I said, I think the story has been relayed a few times. And I just walk away because I was so close to being like, girl, you should have at least checked for an expiry date. And she's also going on about how no one told her there was an expiration date when she bought the coupon along with, or she bought the gift card along with the coupon, and how she should be accommodated because she's missing her movie. Girl, you're missing your movie because you're making a fuss. And there's people like behind, and I'm like trying to stock things. I'm also taking orders. I'm also like stressed. I also haven't eaten. I only ate this yesterday, and I have a headache. And I'm also not supposed to be at work. It was supposed to be my day off for for the first time in 5 days, but I ended up working that day because my coworker needs to work on assignment. So I'm not even supposed to be here. And I wanted to be like, I'm not even supposed to be here, lady. Just shut up or whatever. So then she's like, you're the manager, right? And she's like, yeah, I'm the manager currently. And she's like, well, I know there's another manager, so can I talk to her? And we couldn't find her because she had already clocked out. And my manager goes, I don't think she has a walkie with her. And she goes, well, I hope there isn't a fire. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing for you, for me. I want to die. And then my manager, like, still trying to find her. She's like, yeah, I think she clocked out. So then she gets the other manager's name and my current manager's name. So she can email, I guess. But then she also requests a refund for her ticket. So she gets the refund from her ticket, but she wants it on a different gift card. I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is. Funny thing is that she was literally going to use a gift card to pay. She was literally going to use a gift card to pay. So girl math, you weren't even paying anything. It was basically free. That was the second thing that happened yesterday. The third and final thing. Also, the manager that was with me is the manager I'm the most scared of. Not because she's mean, she just has that energy of don't fuck with me. And she's the Asian mother that I never had growing up. She scares me. And of course it had to be her. Of course it had to be on my day off. Of course. Second story now, or third story now. I just realized I've been rambling for 5 minutes, but I'm so sorry. I think this entire video is just me yapping. Okay, I'm gonna try to say this quicker. So as I'm walking home, this guy comes up to me, he's like, can I use your phone? And I go, for what? And he's like, I wanna make a call. I'm like, to who? And he's like, everything's fine, but 911. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, like, long story, I just need to call them to let them know I'm gonna email them tomorrow. I'm like, I didn't want anyone to talk to me. So then I'm like, okay, can I just hold my phone? He's like, yeah, girl, I don't care. I just need the phone for the phone call. I was like, okay, he's gay? Am I safe? Whatever. So I make the call, and from what I heard from what he said, he was like, hi, I'm just calling to let you know that I emailed you because I thought I was getting evicted, but turns out I'm not getting evicted. I just wanted to tell you that I will send another email tomorrow, and thank you so much for not evicting me. My name's blah, 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 blah. Did not get his name. And he hangs up and he walks away. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So as I'm leaving, I can see that he has a cart full of his stuff. So must be he's been homeless for like a few days. And I'm walking home, and 911's calling me back because duh, what the fuck was that phone call? And I didn't answer because I was like, it's fine. But then they left a voicemail. And they were like, hi Sarah, this is Toronto Police. If you need anything, call us back. If not, disregard this message, but be careful with your phone. I wanted to let them know that I was safe, but I'm not an idiot who just was being careless with my phone. So I call back, I'm like, hey, this is Sarah. I just made a phone call, but it was someone else using my phone. And she was like, okay. And she was like asking me the location as where I was, the description of the guy, if he seemed harmless or in distress. And I was like, no, everything's fine. Like, it was just he wanted to make a phone call, and this is what he said on the phone call. I didn't get his name. I don't know where he lives. I'm fine. As I'm doing this phone call, I get in the elevator because I'm now at home, and the fucking phone call disconnects. So then I'm like, fuck. I call back, assuming that's gonna be the same lady because it was the same lady the first 2 times. And I call back, and it's a different woman. And I go, hi, I was just on the phone with another lady. I just wanted to let you know that I was safe, and that someone else was using my phone. And she just immediately, what's your address? I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, this was someone else. I was just letting them know. And she's like, I don't care. I still need your address. So I gave her my address. And she's like, well, that's not under the phone records. I was like, well, I was just at Front Street. And she's like, okay, so where are you now? I was like, I'm at home. I was at Front Street. I was literally walking home from work. And she's like, okay, so you're fine? I was like, yes, I'm fine. I wanted to call to make sure you knew I was fine. And then she's like, okay, I see that you did make a call. Everything's fine. We're gonna send someone to make sure he's okay. But she just seemed so annoyed that I called back. Like, she just seemed so annoyed that I decided to call again. Anyways, that was my day yesterday. And I think it was a prank. I'm sorry you had to listen to me for the past 8 minutes. But I'm not cutting any of this out because I don't feel like editing it. This is terrible lighting, but I'm getting ready to go to a cafe because I need to change the scenery and I just want to romanticize my life and be all cutesy at a cafe. I'm gonna edit this video. I'm gonna edit a website I'm making because a lot of like things online say that it's good to have a website as an actor. Okay, don't know if I'll ever look at it again. And then I also need to go to Shoppers because I'm having tax issues and I need to mail out something. Fuck. And then I'm gonna go drop off the little thing that my friend and I made yesterday. And I have to shower, I have to work out. I'm over it. But I put on something nice and I did my hair to make myself feel better. This side really just didn't want to do anything. Okay, I'm going. to go check out an apartment, and I had very low expectations because it's a little bit further than I'd like. I love living downtown and being able to walk places, and I love being able to walk home from work and just be at home and not relying on TTC. However, it is a pretty apartment. I actually really like the layout and the look of it, but I don't like living with men, and I fear there is a man in the other room that will be living there, so I do have to think about it. I just toured another apartment, and I didn't film it because there was already people living there, but also because I stepped in and I immediately knew that I did not want to live there. Ooh, I have an eyelash. Yeah. You can, there's two couples living there, and you can definitely tell that men live there. It was crusty. And am I a little bit of a clean freak? Yes, but it was not it. It was not it. But I could tell the woman that is living there, she likes things clean, because I was gonna go step into her room with my shoes on, and she was like, no, and I was like, right answer, honestly. Poor girl. Poor girl. Poor girl. How do men live like that? Like, no. I tried.
It can get mushy down there. Morning. Is this what you're...